Hey guys! So for this video I'm going to be doing a simple little Copic illustration for you. I was looking through the videos on my channel a couple days ago and realized that I haven't done just like a basic Copic illustration since about mid-November of 2015, so it's been a little while and I thought I would do one for you guys since I really like doing those and I don't know why I haven't done one in so long. So I thought I would get my markers out and do a little illustration for you guys. Now this sketch was done in my Hobonichi Planner, which I showed in my 2015 sketchbook video, which was my last video. That's why the illustration has like grid paper in it. It's actually a scan of the illustration because the illustration was a lot smaller than this. So I scanned it into my computer and blew it up and printed it out so that I could color it and have it be a bit bigger because that planner is pretty small. It's like A6 size and I don't like to color that small, so I cut it's about a half sheet of the paper that I normally work on. I've been posting a lot of the Hobonichi sketches on my Instagram, so if you want to see those, I post every couple days the two I've been doing from the 2 pages from whatever days of the week it is, so you can see those on my Instagram if you want to check those out. I really have been enjoying that Hobonichi Planner, sketchbook, whatever you want to call it, a lot lately, and I like being able to show my sketches to you guys. And the paper I normally work on is my usual Gina Pure Luxury Cardstock, and I am using the ivory colored paper. I like the ivory. I know I've said it in many videos before because I've been using it for a long time, but I just really like the way the colors look on the ivory paper. I decided to use my Col-Erase pencils to outline the illustration. Again, I usually use those, or have been using them lately. I am kind of not really into inking things anymore. I like the way the pencil looks with the Copics rather than using a black ink or a colored ink. The Col-Erase pencil that I used was my normal Tuscan red. I usually use Tuscan red and terracotta, but this time I just used Tuscan red because that was kind of the color palette I was going for. And I thought it matched the colors of the markers that I was going to be using. For the color palette for this illustration, I wanted to keep it really simple. I found one of those like color palette generator websites. I don't remember which website it was, but you can choose colors and it will choose colors that kind of match with it to make a color palette. So the colors that I were kind of working with was, I think the Copic equivalents of them were BB31, BB23, EO4, R00, and Y21. I ended up not using Y21 until the very end because I didn't feel like it really fit in, but once I added that, because I colored the flower yellow and added some little yellow accents to kind of unify the piece, but I really liked how soft this color palette was. But obviously I ended up adding more colors as I felt I needed. I know I added some E70s in there, and some other colors to kind of give some contrast to the skin. But I mainly stuck with those colors, but chose other colors that kind of went along with it. And you can really see my my headphone cord a lot in this video, and I'm really sorry that it's like sometimes like laying on the illustration. I didn't even pay attention to it because I was really focused on what I was doing. I wanted to keep the coloring for this really soft and kind of gentle looking because that's how I felt like the illustration looked when it was just done in pencil. That's why I didn't use any super high contrast, only in a couple areas, and I kept the background really light, but I did add some like flowery vines to the background because it felt a little plain with just her and a white background. But I kept that really simple as well. My style right now is kind of leaning towards the like less is more kind of aesthetic rather than like adding a bunch of unnecessary details. I just have kind of been liking the way that looks better, and it's not easy to keep things super simple. Sometimes it's more difficult to make something just really plain and ordinary rather than like making it really exuberant and loud, and I just have been kind of leaning more towards things that are soft and quiet, and I think that that works pretty well with how my drawing style looks right now because my style is kind of changing a bit from what it used to be. So rather than kind of shying away from keeping things light and airy, I decided to try and embrace it and use more light rather than layering thousands of colors that don't really need to be there. And I kind of like how this looks. It looks a lot better with the way I outline. Instead of using a dark inked line, I like using the Col-Erase instead because it makes it look more painterly, and I've said that, I think I said that in my last Copic illustration, that I like when it looks more like paint rather than marker. So what do you guys think of this coloring style? Should I stick with this or should I try something else? I really am interested. So if you guys have any input on that, you can let me know. I like the way this looks and I actually am really happy with how it turned out. So I'm going to probably be doing some more things that are similar to this using different markers, and I'm going to be doing some watercolor stuff for you guys really soon. But I guess that is really all the time I have. I feel like this went by super quick, so I hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you shortly for the next video. Bye!